Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is another Johnny TCG video. Today I've got Luffy versus Buggy gameplay for you. It was really cool to see an OP09 Buggy playing so smoothly, and I thought I have to share this with the world. I hope that with a lot of practice I can be this good at Buggy. I think it was really impressive and they seem to definitely know the deck. I'm not going to do a complete deck breakdown in this video because I did one in this one recently. It'll be on the screen. It'll be in the comments. Definitely check it out if you want to hear me yap about every single card in this list. Then, of course, before we get into the gameplay, I do have a giveaway for you. Today, we're going to be giving away a OP09 Shanks custom holographic leader using art from the One Piece Treasure Cruise game. It is not my art. I am not the artist. I am not selling this. This is just a fun personal project, and you can win it for completely free. All you have to do is 1, leave a like, and 2, leave a comment. If this video gets 15 likes in the first 24 hours, I'll send it to one US based commenter completely free, no strings attached. You don't even have to be subscribed, but I would love if you are. We recently hit 800 subs, and I would love to hit 900 by the end of the month. Heck, let's be crazy. Let's try for 1,000. There's like 6 days left in the month. I don't think we're hitting 1,000 by the end. But hey, your subscriptions mean a lot. Your positive comments mean so much. We've been getting some really positive comments lately, and they really mean a lot to me. So I appreciate them. Consider leaving one if you enjoyed the content, and you're probably tired of me yapping. Let's roll the gameplay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Purple Luffy versus Buggy in the OP09 meta. The Buggy is a new leader from OP09. Purple Luffy's from OP05. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Buggy did not get a lot of representation in OP09. His leader ability is a little bit weird, but I really want to make him work. Of course, I'm not the one playing Buggy right now, but seeing the way they play Buggy really inspired me. We're going to start out turn 1 with a Trafalgar Law Search and get a Luffy Taro. Now we're going to go 5,000 into their life. They probably will take this, and they do. Now we're going to use our leader ability and play out the Zoro Joro. Off of Zoro Joro, we could choose Luffy Taro or Nico Robin. We're definitely going to go Nico Robin, though. We already have 2 Luffy Taros in our hand, and Nico Robin is a solid chump blocker and just 1k in counter. We don't have a lot of counter in our hand, so I'm a little bit nervous about that. 4 Don for the Buggy. I don't think they really have an amazing 4 Don play. Their plays mostly start once they get to 5 Don and beyond, because then they can start pulling off leader ability shenanigans. They're going to start with the 5,000 swing into life. I don't think I'd be crazy to counter out of this, just so that I can use my leader ability again next turn and feel pretty comfortable doing so. I'm thinking that I could just give them a Sangoro and call it a day. Then for 4 Don, they're going to play out Dracula Mihawk promo card. I've never seen this before. 4 cost, 5,000 power. Activate main, you may return this character to your hand. If you have 3 or more cross-skilled type characters in play, you may play up to 1 5-cost cross-skilled type character from your hand. I mean, that's very interesting, pretty solid. I don't know how much it's going to do right now, but they could swing with it, then potentially use its ability. We drop the 4-cost starter deck 10 Law and get a 10-cost Buggy and 10-cost Kaido out of their hand. I love that for us. Then we're going to swing 6,000 with Zoro Joro. They are going to take that. And now we'll do 7,000 with our leader. Let's see if they give us 2 cards from hand, or if they take that as well. Overall, I think that's an amazing turn for us. We didn't establish a big body like Luffy Taro, but we did trash 2 big bodies from their hand and developed a blocker. This Mihawk is very interesting. I wonder which magazine in Japan it was distributed in as a promo. Maybe Shonen Jump, maybe another magazine. If you know more about it, let me know. They're going to start out with a 5,000 swing from it into my life. I think I just take this and we get a 2k Sanji, which is cool. I'll take that. Then they're going to play out the Mr. 3. Mr. 3 is a searcher for Baroque Works or cross-skilled type characters. They look at the top 4 cards of their deck. They get the Cabbagey off the search. Then they're going to use leader ability, trash at 3,000 worlds, and play out the 7-cost Buggy promo, another promo in this deck. And then off of that, they get to play the Crocodile, which plays the Mr. 1 Daz Bones. This is a lot just happened. They used Mihawk's ability. I think off of Mihawk is what let them play the Crocodile, they just flooded the board. I am in trouble. They've got two 7,000 swings between Daz Bones and Crocodile. They've got that Buggy that's going to prevent my Zoro Joro and my starter deck 10 Law from attacking. That was not in my plans. I did not expect to see that. That Buggy is mainly used to combat Blue Doflamingo, but it's going to work pretty good here. I definitely need to get a big body on board to start swinging into them. They're going to counter out of my 5,000 swing from leader. And now I'm thinking I go Luffy Taro into Sangoro. I think that's probably the move here. I am a little bit nervous just about how they've developed such a big board so quickly, and I can't swing with two of my characters. Luckily, that Buggy promo does not allow them to swing. That would be really strong if it could still swing. So that's the bright side. They're going to be able to put some pressure on us this turn. I think I'll probably use the Law Blocker just because it's not going to get much value, and I only risk it getting bottom decked by one of their events moving on. They're going to use the Cross Guild Event Searcher. One Don looking to find probably another 5-cost body. They are able to get the Cabbagey, which is a 5-cost, 5,000 power character with 2k counter. Then they give 3 Dawn to Mr. 3 and swing into my leader. I'm just going to take that. Let's see what I got. I got a Mr. 2 Bon Clay. Give them the Bon Clay as counter to their leader swing. They could hypothetically swing 9 with Daz Bones and Croc. That would feel bad. I'll just block their swing with Law for their Daz Bones swing, and then I will take their 7,000 swing from Crocodile. I'm thinking I'm okay to take this, potentially. I decide not to, but I will be healing a life with Big Mom next turn. And then they hit me with the 3,000 Worlds to bottom deck the Sangoro. I feel like they've perfectly made a deck to deal with Purple Luffy. My smaller cards can't swing. My bigger cards are getting bottom decked. This feels bad. I'm going to start out with a 5,000 swing into potentially Mr. 3 Galdino, just because I want to get it off the board. I cannot deal with a lot of swings next turn. Then we're going to go 8,000 into Mr. 1. Hopefully they give it to me, even though I do know they have the counter. They do use the counter. And now I'm going to use Charlotte Linlin, trash a Luffy Taro, gain a life, and then I can actually put their Crocodile to the bottom of their life. I think technically the Daz Bones is better just because Daz Bones has worse value if they were to hypothetically get it back to their hand and play it, but I don't think it makes too much of a difference here. I liked that turn. We relieved some pressure off of the board, so now we can take a little bit of a deep breath, but we're still not in the clear. They have 10 down to work with. We do know they run the 10 drop draw 4 Kaido. I would have absolutely no answer to that, and every time I turn my character sideways, I risk them being KO'd by it. They are going to start off by giving 5 Dawn to Mr. 1 Daz Bones and just swing big 12,000 into Luffy Taro. I can't counter out of this. I'm going to have to let Luffy Taro go. I could have used leader ability to keep 1 Dawn up for Gum Gum Giant, but I would have had to take a life, and I'm not trying to do that. Now they're going to swing 5,000 into my life. I consider giving them counter, either Sanji or Trafalgar Law, but I decide not to. I think that's a little risky of me to do, but both Sanji and Law are great cards, so was not really trying to get rid of them. I'm just hoping that I can make something out of nothing. We are going to start our turn by swinging 9,000 into Mr. 1 Daz Bones, and we get him to die. That's great news. That's one less card we have to deal with this turn. Now, I'm still not in the clear, though, and I'm not exactly sure what the play is. I could do Sanji to rest one of their characters and then swing into it. I'd be able to get rid of the Cabbage Boy. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm going to swing 7 into their life. They'll have to take that. Then we're going to go Law, looking for a blocker or counter. We do find the Onami. I like that for us. Then I think we should go Onami, trash the Zoro Joro, and then use the Nico Robin and keep a Dawn up for the Gum Gum Giant. I think that is definitely the move. I almost played out the Zoro Joro for his search, but the Nami makes so much more sense. We'll trash the Zoro Joro. We draw another Zoro Joro, which isn't good, but we do get 2k. Hito Kiri Kamazo, I believe that is. And then we'll play the Nico Robin Chump Blocker. We're in a decent spot, actually. They could hypothetically go for game. If they had a Gravity Blade Raging Tiger, that would be real awkward. Uh, and they might actually have it. But alas, we'll see if they do or don't. I am not feeling 100% comfortable right now. They're going to start out with a 5,000 swing from Cabbage Man. I'm thinking that we give them 1k Sanji or block. Honestly, maybe blocking with Onami is the move here. I don't think it really matters much though, so we do block with the Nico Robin. I think that blocking is definitely the right play just because who knows what they have in their hand. They're able to Gravity Blade Raging Tiger the Onami. That feels really bad. Depending on what they swung here, I'd be in more or less trouble. I'm debating on whether or not I should use Gum Gum Giant. But I decide to give him the 2k first because, yeah, I'm going to want to save the Gum Gum Giant for this swing. We're going to return to Dawn, power up my character, draw 2. We get an Uso Hachi and a Sangoro. Not bad. They are going to drop the Dracula Mihawk blocker, 6 cost, 7,000 power. I think I just have to go for game here. I do not think I'll be able to survive another turn. Hypothetically, with Onami, I might be able to find some sort of answer, but I'm thinking maybe I just take my chances. YOLO. You feel me? That was cringe. I'm sorry. I decide I might as well go for it. I'm going to play down Sanji, rest their Mihawk, and maybe even going for board here would be fine. I don't know. Moral of the story, though, is we're just going to go for it. We're going to be able to swing 8, 8, and 9. I think that's the best option. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Should I have swung for maybe 7, 9, 9? The 8,000 power swing hits, but they do get the event search trigger and get the Moji. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a 2k counter. We are in dangerous territory. Now we're going to swing 8,000, and they have the 2Ks. That feels bad. We may have been able to win it if that promo Buggy wasn't on the board, and we likely do, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. They get the W. Let's see if they give us a rematch. I really hope they do. They do. We're going to be on the second curve. I'm deciding to keep this hand. I really hope they don't have a Buggy again. I'm thinking that on our turn 2, we are going to play down the Eustace Captain Kidd 5 cost, 6,000 power blocker. If that can stay on the board, it'll be really helpful. Just for a turn or two even, just to prevent their leader from swinging for a base 5,000 power swing. The Zoro Joros will also be good for searching as long as they don't drop that promo Buggy. They've got some searchers. They're dropping the Mr. 3s. They first draw an OP09 Crocodile. That's the one that allows you to cheat out a 5 cost power Cross Guild or Baroque Works type body from your hand. Then they're going to draw the Moji with the other 7,000 at me. I say I just take this. I don't know if Buggy runs Pudding at all. I mean, Pudding's just a generically good blue card, so I do have that in the back of my mind where I'm like, ooh, should I be countering out of things aggressively just because I'm not trying to get hit with the Pudding? But I take that. We've got a lot of cards in our hand, and I'm thinking we just swing 5,000 into lead and then play down the 5 cost Eustace Captain Kidd. They take the 5,000 swing into their life, no trigger. Hypothetically, I could play a Sangoro here, but I definitely think Eustace Captain Kidd is the move. I'm a little nervous about it being removed right now without getting any value from it, but hey, that's the risk when you play against like blue decks, and even worse, black decks. Don't get me started on Rob Lucci. Don't mention the fact that I did put out a Rob Lucci video recently. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. I don't think people are really excited about Rob Lucci content, so I'm not sure how many more Rob Lucci videos I'll be making anytime soon. For 5 down, they'll play out the Crocodile, which plays the Mr. 1 Daz Bones, 5 cost, 7,000 power. They don't bother swinging with the lead just because they know it would get blocked by Kidd. That is, I don't know, not the worst situation for me to deal with. I'm going to start out with a 5,000 swing with leader, which they'll give me a 1k for. I'm debating on whether or not I should swing with my blocker just because they have so many ways to remove cards that I just kind of feel like I don't want to risk it being removed and not getting value. We are going to play out the Luffy Taro Sangoro combo. Because of Eustace Captain Kid, we do get one Don back as active, so we could swing 7. Man, that is tempting to do, but we decide to pass. We show restraint. I don't think swinging 7 would have been a terrible idea. They're going to use the 1-cost Searcher event, see if they can find anything with the Cross Guild type. Next turn, we will be in the range of a Charlotte Linlin or even our 9-drop Secret Rare Luffy. We did not see that last game, so it'll be fun to play it this game, hopefully. They draw the Cabbagee and then swing 5,000 into life. I think we should free block here with the Eustace Captain Kid. If they then want to swing into the Kid, that's cool with me. It gets even more value. After their leader swing, they're going to go 7,000 with Mr. 1 into my life. I think I'm probably safe to take this. If they have another swing with Crocodile and then Don up on Mr. 3, that would be annoying, but I'd rather them do that than play out another body. That Mihawk can be very annoying, either one of them, the promo one or the one from OP09. We're going to take that. We get the Charlotte Linlin. That might be the move next turn. We have 2 of them now, so we'll really be able to get back some life. We also have the Sangoro that has managed to stay on board. I don't want to speak too soon, but the fact that we'll be able to draw a card with him is amazing. They're going to go 7,000 with Crocodile into my Eustace Captain Kid. We've got a 2K in our hand, so we might as well just give them that. Now they'll play the Dracula Mihawk blocker. 6 cost, 7,000 power. I'm thinking that we drop the Charlotte Linden here, definitely. We're going to play it out and probably put that blocker back to the top of their, or the bottom of their life. Send it to the bottom. Gain 1 active Don from Eustace Captain Kid. We've got crazy value from that kid. I did not expect it to last on the field this long. Then we'll do 7,000 with Sangoro into their Croc. Will they counter out of it? They only got 5 cards in hand, so they might want it not to give me a ton of counter. They do give me the 2K. Now we'll swing 8,000 with Luffy Taro into it. They give me another 2K. Now we'll swing 5,000 into their life. They take that, and I'm debating on swinging again with the Eustace Captain Kid, but I think the right play here is just to pass. Note that we don't have any 2Ks in our hand. That is a little bit scary, but we do have 3 life. We've developed a decent board, and we do have another Charlotte Linlin, so next turn we'll be able to heal as well. I'm hoping that they maybe go for my characters a little bit and don't swing at my life as much, but we'll see what happens. 8,000 into my Sangoro. I think I'll just let this go. Maybe I could have blocked with Eustace Captain Kid just because Sangoro will give me more value next turn, but that's assuming that the Sangoro is able to stay on board. I doubt it would be able to. If they swing big into the Luffy Taro, I'll think I'd definitely block with the Eustace Captain Kid then. They've still got 9 down to work with. I wonder if they run the 9 cost of Mihawk from OP01. That would be interesting spice. They're going to go 10,000 into my Luffy Taro. I am just going to block this and say goodbye to the Eustace Captain Kid. RIP Eustace Captain Kid, you were a beast. Now 10,000 into Luffy Taro with their leader. I think maybe saving it here is the move, just because I know that they're not going to be able to get rid of it any other way for this turn. So that's what we do. We decide to give up 3 1Ks. Mr. Tuban Clay, Trafalgar Law Searcher, and Sanji. That feels bad, but I gotta do what I gotta do. This is a misplay, folks. I swing 9,000 into the Mr. 1 Daz Bones. I should have swung it into the Croc. The reason this is a misplay is I forget that Croc is a 7 cost and not a 6 cost, meaning that my Charlotte Linlin can't put that Croc back to the bottom of their life. Meaning that if my Luffy Taro cannot KO this Croc in battle, then I will not be able to remove it, and that feels bad. I could still hypothetically play the secret rare Luffy and then pressure the Croc that way, but I don't expect them to give up the Croc from this swing. So we'll see if they counter out of it, but I am definitely expecting them to counter out of it. And they do. They give me 2 2Ks. Now we just swing 5,000 into life, and we're just going to play out the Charlotte Linlin. I guess we'll put a Mr. 3 to the bottom of their life, but yeah, this feels silly. Maybe I go 9 cost Luffy and hope for the best. But if I was going to do that play, I should have done it before I swung at life and gave them another card in their hand. So we'll just put the Mr. 3 at the bottom of their life. Not the ideal situation, but not the biggest deal, you know. We still got 3 big bodies on board. I'm expecting that our Luffy Taro might not make it past this turn, and that's alright. They're going to start off with a 5,000 swing into our life. I will take that. I'm not going to give them my only counter, my 2K Usohachi. We get the Sangoro. That's not really going to do us much good this late in the game, but that is fine. We've got 2 Rush, 9 cost, 10,000 power Luffys. I really like those. They are probably going to be what our next 2 turns are going to be. We'll see if they'll be able to get rid of any of our big bodies on board. I imagine they'll be able to get rid of 1 or 2. 11,000 into the Luffy Taro. I cannot get out of this. Luffy Taro's got to go. Now, with 6 Don remaining, they play the Dracul Mihawk blocker. Not bad, not bad, but will it be enough? I think we just go 9,000 and 9,000 into the Crocodile. If they counter this, we go at them with another 9,000. If they counter that, we just rush them down with the Secret Rare Luffy. I like where we're at right now in the game. They decide to just let it go. That is cool with me. Now I think a 6,000 swing should come next from our leader. If they block with Mihawk, we will swing into the Mihawk then. So we'll see if they decide to take the free block. I think they probably... I don't know what the right play is. They could have a 2K and just get out of it that way, but they will have to block one of the bigger hits. So we'll see what happens. We've gone to the counter step, so it looks like they're going to be countering out of that one. That was an interesting decision. Now we'll go 9,000 with our other Linlin into their life. I expect them to take it, and they do. Now we'll go Rush Luffy, draw the card. We get the 2K Sanji blocker. That is a great card to get off the top. And now we'll go 10,000 into their life. They take that. It is not looking good for them. I think we probably have this in the bag. There's just not going to be any way for them to deal with 3 9-cost bodies, all of which are strong swings. And then on top of that, we've got our leader swing and another rush swing. Luffy waiting in the shadows. They're going to give 3 Don to Mr. 3 and swing 5,000 at me. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but we'll just give them the Sangoro as counter. Now they've got 7 Don left. Not sure what they're really going to do with 7. They'll do the Jozu to pop back the Mr. 3 to their hand and swing 5,000 into life again. I'll give them another 2K. Again, I don't think it matters. They might play down the Mr. 3 again to do a search, probably looking for a 2K counter. Now, they do find the Dracul Mihawk. That is not a 2K. It has no counter. This might be the last turn of the game. We'll just swing 9, 9, 10, and then probably just 15 with leader. If we don't have lethal, then we can maybe block her up. We can put down a Rush Luffy. It might be over here, folks. They will take the first 9,000 swing with Linlin. Now we've got a second swing with Linlin. They do have a ton of cards in hand, so who knows? Maybe they can counter out of some of these. That would be very interesting, and then make a late game push, but it likely won't be enough. They're going to block out of that swing from Charlotte Linlin. 10,000 now at them, and I think I'll just go 15 after this. Unfortunately, though, there will not be an after this. They concede. I would have loved to do a trilogy and have one last match, best 2 out of 3, but that's where it ends. Ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of those games? I wish we could have got a third one. I was really impressed by this Buggy player. I think they did really well, especially that first match. They caught me off guard. We ended up getting the W on the second match. I think that going second against Buggy is probably really important so that you can play a 5 cost down on your second turn. That is just my theory, though. It helps you avoid dealing with the 7 cost promo Buggy that they used in the first game that really caused me problems. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Consider hitting that subscribe button if you like the content. It means the world to me. This has been a Johnny TCG video. Peace. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.